Texas recognizes imperfect self-defense. Impact?
Unfortunately for Anthony, the version of imperfect self-defense that Texas recognizes is different than the rest of the country. The rest of the country, and what imperfect self-defense does is if you're convicted of murder, it mitigates the murder down to manslaughter. So instead of looking at life, you're looking at 20, maybe you get out in 7, 8 years. You started as a 17-year-old kid, you're out in your mid-20s, you still have a life to live. Manslaughter sucks, but it's a lot better than a murder conviction. In most states, how imperfect self-defense works is you had a genuine fear of deadly force harm from somebody and you killed them in self-defense, but your fear was objectively unreasonable. It was kind of a panic reaction, for example. That can't qualify as perfect self-defense and get you an acquittal because perfect self-defense has to be reasonable, but it can mitigate murder down to manslaughter.
So let's say there's like an old white guy. He got into a car accident and he jogged up to the door to ask for help and he was injured, and the old man feared this, panicked, think he was going to be robbed or whatever, and shot the guy.
In the case I'm thinking of, the young black man thought he was at someone's house to pick up
that was
his
a
brother.
different one.
Right.
That one.
That guy shot through the door.
Yeah, but that kid, the report for that is that he knocked on the door.
Yeah.
I kind of think he probably opened the door thinking like...
Oh, he definitely, he had his hand on the handle. Yeah.
So how would that, so let's do that story, because the one where the guy runs into the house, that was really sad. He got into a car accident, he was injured, and he was jogging up to the house to get help because, you know, he needed to call somebody, and they panicked and shot him or something like that. In that story that you mentioned where he went to the wrong house, how did that one play out?
The old man took a plea, and then before he could be sentenced on the plea, he died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Justice.
Wow.
Cold.
Oh my gosh.
But that would be a classic case where the jury could believe, all right, this old guy, he legitimately had a fear of death from this young black man trying to get into his house, apparently. But that fear was objectively unreasonable. He should not, a hypothetical reasonable and prudent person would not have had that fear.
Do y'all have any fears that with the selective release of information, the right could be being misled on what happened with the Carmelo Anthony case?
Everybody's misled in all these cases. It's disinformation all day, especially from the media. Everything the media says about any of these high-profile cases has to be presumed to be misinformation, to be false, to be lies, until proven otherwise. Right. The only thing that counts is the actual evidence, not how it's recounted or how someone describes it, the actual evidence.